Okay, guys, we are on live. Welcome back to all. We're going to do Il Nishmat for my aunt Tamara Bat Barchom. And also, we're going to do it for Ruben's mom. Let me just pin him right over there. We got Ruben.
Ruben's dad.
Ruben's dad. Thank you. Thank you, Ilan. Ruben's dad, Meir ben Rivka. You want to say something, Ruben, before we begin?
It's been four very long years. But, in my dad's merit, this is all happening because of his merit. So may his neshama keep growing in heaven. And I appreciate all the hard work and the support that I get from all you guys.
For those that are listening here and off the shiur, offline, you should know that Reuven has, he always said that he never really got a chance. Reuven, if I can share it with them, you never had a chance to be able to go to the synagogue with your father per se, but because in his merit for whatever happened, even though it doesn't look so good, that allowed you to bring your own children to the synagogue, correct? So it's a very big lesson to a lot of children that decide not to go with their parents to synagogues and they think they know it all. They should take things into consideration. Parents are not here forever. Take the opportunity to spend time with your parents, your grandparents, your mother, your siblings, A person is not here forever. Okay. So we'll do the little Nishmat, also Reuven, for Meir ben Rivka. May his neshama have an aliyah. By the way, Reuven came and he was actually learning with us. Gimor, also Ilya, Levi came as we were learning Masechet Shabbat. And I asked Reuven to repeat something. Richard, you're going to laugh. So, it went back and forth until I explained it, and then eventually he explained it. And I told Jigarik, I said, all the 4 or 5 years that you have been in religion doesn't come close to how much satisfaction you gave your father now, when you understood the piece that you were learning. Because it was not storytelling, it was actually Gemara with Rashi going back and forth. So it's a very great thing, Jigarik. Don't do it once every 4 years, you could do it every day, Jigarik, yeah? Okay.
For sure. We were toiling in Torah.
Okay, Rabotai, I want to speak about today a very important topic. How you perceive yourself, that's what you're going to become. Now, that's for yourself. How much more so when you're dealing with other people? If you believe in other people, specifically your own children, that they can amount to greatness, they will become great. But if all you do is, this is enough. If we only settle for less, that's where they're going to be. They're going to be lower than everyone else. That's what we don't want. So I want to speak about ourselves, but this also applies to your children and everyone and anyone else for that fact. The Ben Ish Chai brings down in Parshat Shemot, in chapter 30, verse 18 to verse 20, he says over there that in the time of the Beit HaMikdash, they had a kiyor. You know what's a kiyor, Jigarik?
No.
A kiyor is like a basin. Am I saying it correctly? Like where you wash your hands from. We have those cups?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
What is it called? A basin, what is it called?
A sink.
No, more than a sink. It was like a faucet you were able to open up and water would come out. And they were able to wash their hands and their feet from it.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know exactly what it's called.
Okay, if I'm saying it correctly, then it has to be a basin, okay? Now, so it says in the Torah that this kior had to be done from copper. So the obvious question is, why from copper? Why can't it be done from wood or stone or any other metal? Why do you have to do specifically from copper? The Ben Ish Chai is going to go and try to explain to us that the Kohanim, when they wash their hands, they had a certain level of sanctity that would fall on them. How holy they would become through washing their hands. Okay, what does it have to do with copper? If I can say sink, what does it have to do with copper sink? So the Ben Ish Chai is going to go and he's going to try to explain it through an analogy with a mirror. If you guys look through a large mirror that enlarges things, right, Richard? What are you going to see, Richard? You're going to see yourself bigger, correct? Yes, Jigarik? If you look at something similar, that minimizes you, it's going to make you smaller. Comes the Ben Ish Chai, and the Ben Ish Chai says, I want you guys to know the reason why this basin, this sink in the Beit HaMikdash was made out of copper, because when every Kohen came to purify himself with water, he would be able to see his level in holiness. He would be able to see where he's standing in a spiritual connection with Hashem. Comes the Ben Ish Chai and he says, not every single Kohen had exactly the same level. Everybody had different levels. How is that so, Richard? How is that possible? Why? If I'm looking through a mirror, if we are all facing the mirror, which copper you can actually reflect, it's like a mirror. The copper, you can see yourself. So why am I seeing myself as bigger and this one seeing himself as smaller? How's that possible? You got it. You hear or not? Comes the Ben Ish Chai. The Ben Ish Chai says, if you take a person that's a big guy, right? He works out 7 days a week, 24. Those muscle man, right? If you put him in front of the mirror and you take a guy who never works out like myself, right? Well, I do work out. Let's just say once in a while, but we'll see two different pictures. You ready for this? Comes the Ben Ish Chai. The Ben Ish Chai says a person's sanctity, a person's kedusha is dependent on yourself. It's not dependent on Hashem. If you want to become great in the service of Hashem, it can only happen when you want it. I don't think you hear what I just said, Jigarik. You don't know what I'm saying because you know what that's saying? When we're not growing in the service of God because we don't want it. The Ben Ish Chai is telling us over here that when a person sees himself in the mirror, he sees a reflection of who he is. The Kohanim, when they would see the copper, they would see their holiness level. Comes the Ben Ish Chai says, if a person goes ahead and he looks into the mirror and he doesn't see he's changing himself, he doesn't see he's growing in the service of God, you should know you're not putting enough effort. You have a lot of times a person, you tell them, do X, Y, and Z in halachot. They cannot. Not they cannot, they don't want to. Because it requires exertion on their part. In order to become great, you got to put in great effort. Great results equal great effort, but we don't want to give that great effort. Comes the Ben Ish Chai, the Ben Ish Chai says, I want to tell you something. You have to understand when it comes to Avodat Hashem, when it comes to the service of God, if you want to be able to reach the highest level in spirituality, you have to give everything you have. Jigarik, if you give 99.9% into Avodat Hashem, you're not going to succeed when you gave 100%. Richard, did you ever see horse racing? Did you ever go to horse racing, betting? I gotta tell you a personal story, Richard. I was in Miami. Yeah, after everything happened, you got it, yeah? So we were supposed to catch a plane, right? Whatever it was. So we did know that there's a racetrack. There's a racetrack over there. In Miami, I don't know if, Richard, if you know, there's a racetrack over there. So I called my father, Ili, you're gonna love this. I called my father. I told this actually to Elon. I said, Pop, which number? Which number? He says, put number 5, put number 5. Just put number 5. Okay, where am I supposed to put the betting in? Whatever it is, the race started. 3 minutes later, you see the horse is running. Which number wins? Which number? 5. Number 5. $72,000, number 5, whatever it was. Anyway, I called my father, I said, Pop, what's the next? I'm not advertising gambling, I just did it for the fun of it. He said, okay, this time, pick number 7. I'm telling you number 7. So, listen, I gotta tell you, my wife's birthday just passed. Her birthday is March 4th. And my other kid's birthday, I don't know, also on something of the 4th. And my grandmother's on the 4th. So my father says, go with the 7. I cannot tell you, this 7 and this number, there was a number 4, the way they were running, I don't know if it, because the horse had a longer nose, he won, I lost.
It was a photo finish, 4 and 7, we get it. Let me tell you one thing. Everybody on this call knows I'm 35 years almost without drinking and drug use, but gambling is terrible. It is the worst, okay? I just want you to know.
You're right, Richard, you're right. No, the point being is, you know what happens, the thing is when that number 4 won, what did it win by? By his longer nose, what did he win by? This is...
nose.
Say it again?
A nose. He won by a nose.
Right? First of all, when my father found that number 4, he's like, But grandma's birthday is also on the 4th. And then my wife started giving me a whole spiel. My birthday's on the 4th. You just couldn't put out my birthday. It was nuts. So I said, should we go again? She's like, no, that's it. Enough. Enough is enough. You lost, whatever. We left. But the point being is, we have to be able to put all our strength into Avodat Hashem. If we don't give everything we have, you're not going to be able to grow. That's why in the Beit HaMikdash, when the Kohanim washed their hands, who did they see, Jigarik? They were able to see their own effort. That's why when they washed their hands, it was not equal. Their level of holiness was not equal. One was bigger than the other. According to their exertion, that's how great they were. You understand? So when you have a person that says, I cannot do it. It's hard. Not you cannot. Just you don't want to do it because it requires work on your end and you want to be comfortable. Me and Richard actually speak very often now. Even though I'm not teaching as much over here, but we speak off. He calls me as we have questions. And I tell him, when a person is afraid of something, we're speaking me and Richard, if a person is afraid of something, correct? The more you push it off, the greater anxiety it causes you. You know that? By taking care of it, by facing it, by teaching your mind that you want to be uncomfortable, you want to face discomfort, that allows you to take on the problem with ease. You understand? Why am I telling you this? You got it. Try to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's taking away from your sleep, from your wife. But if you educate yourself or you program yourself that you want to feel that uncomfortability, you're going to want to do it. You understand? You see people that work out today. You see other people that do, they work, workaholics. What's pushing them? The money, correct? Or we have to put our eyes on the prize, which is what Olam Haba is, Hashem. You have to really see the end result, the long game, what's going to be tomorrow after a person dies. When a person is able to look at Avodat Hashem like that, I'm telling you, Jigarik, it simplifies the way you serve Hashem. It doesn't, Jigarik, even if you want to look at something you're not supposed to, you want to eat something you're not supposed to, you want to do something you're not supposed to, automatically when you want to face that discomfort, you are ready to go head on with it. You understand? If you run away from discomfort, it only causes you more anxiety. That's all it does. But if you go head on, it builds you as a person. I was speaking to somebody, not everybody, like I said, where's Aaron? Aaron, where's Aaron?
Rabbi.
Yes, Richard. Where's Aaron? He left? Go ahead.
Can I do?
Oh, he's right there.
May I please do a 1 minute or 30-second synopsis? You said you were talking about self-image with the mirror. If you go to a mirror, what the man looking back in the mirror, Hashem says about you. Whether you used a nice analytical to the guy that goes to the gym every day versus the guy who doesn't go to the gym every day. We like ourselves, in the mirror. And that's because we're comfortable with Hashem. But you just said self-image. And then you just said something beautiful. Because if something bothers us, whether it's a resentment or a secret in AA, or it's something that we're doing immoral in Judaism, we need to share it with someone privately, but we need to own it and claim it right away.
Correct.
So that we don't give the power of the anxiety and the fear. So if something is bothering us, we need to go at it head on. Is that pretty accurate to what you're saying?
Yes, Richard. Yes, correct. 100%.
Okay.
And I was going to tell Aaron, I was going to say that I was getting backlashes for this. So some people came straight at me and they said, Rabbi, not everybody's holding on that level, you hear? I think you didn't listen to the lecture.
What ended up happening with?
I got to send it to you.
Saturday. What happened?
Jigari, don't say anything right now. I got to send you the lecture. Just watch the lecture. You'll understand.
Okay.
But the point being is, I told the person, you can have a coach that can put the proper weights on you and make you grow. In 6 months, you'll be fit for whatever sport you want. Or you can have a coach that can educate you for another 40, 50 years and still you won't know how to do anything. It's your choice, you understand? You're not obligated to listen, to what I say. But you have to understand, but that's a fact. If the Torah teaches us that, it's a fact. You want to ignore it. Do you know why you want to ignore it? Because you're not ready to grow. That's it.
Convenience. It's convenient.
It's inconvenient to them. You understand?
Right.
You know what I spoke about in the lecture? I'll tell you like this. I'm going to bring it up. I don't want to bring it up, but I have to bring it up. And whatever, they like it or not, I don't have to have my numbers. I don't need this right now. But you know what happened was, you know, we have the story. Richard, you're gonna like this, Richard. I spoke about this on Shabbat. You know the story of Hur. You know who Hur was? No. You know Miriam? Okay.
Yes.
Miriam had a son by the name of Hur.
Moshe's sister.
Sister, correct. Miriam had a son by the name of Hur. Do you know when they came to Aharon HaKohen, Aaron the high priest, and they told him, make the golden calf, let's make another god, correct?
Right.
Tell me, why didn't Aharon protest against them?
He was afraid that
Afraid of what? What are you afraid of? If you know, let me, Jigari, I want to tell you something. Can I say something? You see Richard over here? I'm going to make you big first. I didn't do this. I should have done it earlier. I just don't have the time. Richard, I pinned you. Richard showed me a clip where he was in a certain meeting. If he wants, he can say it. I'm not going to say it. He was in a certain meeting and he was speaking. Again, he showed me a clip of 20, 30 seconds. How Richard openly was speaking about reliance on Hashem. No, you don't. No, Jigad, don't shake your head, Jigad. A lot of people are afraid to say Hashem. A lot of people are afraid to say Hashem's name when they're on the podcast and all this baloney. You understand? But Richard was not afraid, and you have to understand that people are watching it. You know that Richard, I have a student that's trying to speak about God. All he said was, first and foremost, I want to thank God. Richard, they edited that thing out, Richard. They edited it. Don't mention God when you're speaking podcast. Who mentions God today? So I was very impressed, Richard. I want to thank you. I was actually, you know, did you see Jigari? Did you saw about? Where he said, first and foremost, we can only rely on Hashem.
Top, baby. You're going to the top.
It was perfect. I tell you, it was beautiful.
If you guys keep this up, I may need more of you guys in A&A. It's very beautiful what's going on here. I apologize. I'm giving a guy a 12-year medallion right now, so I have to leave. God bless you. Ruben, I want to make a prayer in front of everybody for your dad. May he rest in peace, okay?
Thank you, Richard. God bless you.
God bless you. I'm sorry.
No problem,
Richard.
We know.
Go.
No
Bye,
problem.
guys.
No problem.
Bye.
So the point being is like this, you got it. Listen to this very carefully. Listen to the story. Why didn't Aharon protest against the Bnei Israel? He delayed them from making the golden calf. But why did he protest? You ready for this? Because there was a person by the name of Hur, who was Miriam's son. He stood up for Hashem. Yaakov, first class truck, you listening? He stood up for Hashem. But what happened to him, Jigari? Can you tell me?
What happened?
Tell me what happened to him. When people speak the truth, what happens?
They forget him. He's not mentioned anywhere.
Aaron, they killed him, Aaron.
No, they killed him.
You're right. You're right. You're right. He's not right. I said in the lecture, he's not mentioned anywhere. You're 100% right.
Wait,
but look, from the merit of Hur, his grandson or his son was Batzalel.
Correct.
What came out of him?
Yes. But I want to try to bring out something very important. Jigari, what did you want to say?
I'm just shocked that after all that, Moshe did and Miriam did, that they would even think of touching.
The Jewish people themselves killed him, Jigari.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just shocked.
So the commentary says it was the Anshe Bilal, wicked people. So I said to myself, I was thinking about this. It bothered me very much. And by the way, that's why Aaron didn't want to. That's why he didn't want to protest against them, because Aaron said to himself, if he's gonna protest and they're gonna kill him, Hashem's gonna wipe out all the Jewish people. Because what are you doing? You're messing with the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. You can't do that. You can't play with them. So now Hur was killed, correct? You know what hit me? And this is the emet. You like it now? This is the truth. Do you know what Hur did? He stood up for Hashem, correct? Do you know the people that went against him were not all the Jewish people, the wicked people of Israel? They went against him. Tell me what bothered them.
They were speaking the truth.
No, but what bothered them? He said, 1 second. What did they do wrong? What did he say wrong, Jigari? You tell right now, you tell a person, don't do this, don't go there, don't do that. Why do people hate you automatically? Well, what happened? Why do you become the black sheep? What happened?
Because that person is going against the grain.
What grain? But what did I do to you, Jigari? If I tell you that this is not God, wait 6 more hours, Moshe Rabbeinu is going to come down. What's the problem? What's the big deal? It doesn't make sense. You ready for this, Jigari? Listen to what came to my mind. When you touch a person's desire, he'll kill you, nigga. He don't care who you are, son. He'll kill you. Tell him you can't look at women, you can't eat kosher, you can't go to the beach, you can't go mix parties. He'll eat you alive. You know why? Because you just touched something that he likes to do. These wicked people, they wanted to do Avodah Zarah. When he said, no, we gotta trust us. No. You're touching what we want to do. Now we're gonna take you out. This is the problem too, you understand? When you have a person gets up and he stands for the truth, nobody backs, who stood up for him? Nobody, he died. He died, poor guy died, Jugarik. But which people killed him? The people that it bothered. You know what this kind of lesson this is, Jugarik? When you want to say something emet, you want to say something.
How did they kill him?
What? What?
How did they kill him?
How did they kill him? What how they kill him? I don't know how they killed him. They killed him. It doesn't say how they killed him. He's not even mentioning the Chumash. I explained why he's not mentioning the Chumash, because Hashem didn't want to embarrass the Jewish people. What? I'm not going to get into the topic right now. Jugarik, you with me or not? But the point being is, you have to understand, whenever you want to try to bring a point across, correct, and you want to try to educate somebody what is the right thing, what is the halakha, what does Hashem want from you, if you see that they're going against you, you should know there are rotten people inside. They look righteous outside, but they're evil inside. You understand? What's that? You got 1 second. If I tell you right now, you're not allowed to look at women that are not modest, whatever. You can't look at it. Why do you attack me? Are you paying me for? Why are you attacking me? You know why? Because I just touched a soft spot inside of you. You understand? You want to do that, and I'm not allowing you to do that. So therefore, you're going to come and you're going to attack me, and that's what they did to Hur. And that's what they did. They killed Hur. They didn't want to accept the fact that there's a God. They wanted to go out and they wanted to live their life the way they wanted to live their life. And let me tell you something, Jugarik. This lecture that I made for my aunt and also for your father, I was actually speaking to my wife on Shabbat. I give them Divrei Torah, my kids. All my kids get it from me. Ooh. Let me ask you a question. Do you have any person that does Avodah Zarah today? Ben, do you have any person that does idol worshiping today?
Of course.
I'm talking about religious people, not non-Jews, not people that bow down to monkeys and cows and dogs. And number two, I'm speaking about religious people. Do they bow down to, do you have anybody that does Avodah Zarah? Say it again?
Not physically bow down, but the way they respect certain things. It's Avodah Zarah, no?
One more, I can't say it one more time, I'm so sorry.
But not physically bow down, but the way they respect certain things or the way they, honor certain things, that's like Avodah Zarah.
You heard what he just said? You heard what Ben just said? Listen to this. I want to teach you guys something very important. We don't understand what we're doing in Avodah Hashem. When it says Avodah Hashem, correct? You know what it means Avodah? Avodah is to serve, to work. That's what it means, like working, like you're working, correct? Hashem, you're serving Hashem. You're working for Hashem. You know what it means Avodah Zarah? Avodah, only same thing. You're working. You know what it means Zarah? Strange. Something other than Hashem. When you're doing something that's not for Hashem and you do something outside of Hashem, that's Avodah Zarah, like Ben wanted to say. You know why people kill over money? You know why people fight over money, even brothers and cousins, whatever? Do you know why? Because they worship the money more than they worship the relationship between the family. You understand? Do you know why husbands cheat on their wives or wives cheat on their husband? You know why? Because they don't have God in their lives. They have other rules. They're doing a strange thing. When it's a strange thing, that's called Avodah Zarah. You understand? And this is what we don't understand. We think, when I'm doing something wrong, okay, what am I doing? Okay, Hashem is going to forgive me. No, you're doing it's a form of idol worshiping. Yeah, you're not serving a dog, but it's a different form of Avodah Zarah. Jugarik, can I use an example? If you're watching TV, correct? Let's just say, but let's say you were, yeah. You have one in the back. And one of your kids, or your wife, or somebody walks in front of it, at the most, important point, the movie or something or sport, do you get angry? Or would you get angry, hypothetically speaking?
It depends. It depends. I wouldn't get angry, but I would tell them to move.
Why? Why?
Because that's the peak of the moment. That's the highlight of the moment.
That over there, because Hashem says, don't behave like that. Don't do that. Okay, now you're serving the TV. You're not serving Hashem. Hashem says you're not allowed to get angry. You cannot get and we're doing it. That means you're not. Now you're serving anger. You understand?
So are we saying that that's idol worship?
That is the form of idol worship. Correct. Just because people bow down and the person same thing. Right. The TV has full control of you. You understand? You have to understand, it's not. It's something that doesn't move. It's able to subconsciously program you to do whatever you want. That's marketing. That's what I went for marketing. That's what it is. Until you don't see what you want, you're not going to want it. Once you see it, you want it. You guys are with me? Yep. Anyways, I just wanted to bring out over here a very important point. We have to understand that when it comes to Avodah Hashem, we have to be able to really, really focus on how much effort are we putting in. And you know what the litmus test, you got it? If when you have to go to work, somebody told me he goes to daven on Shabbat, 10 o'clock. You hear 10 o'clock. Bubble my storyteller. 10 o'clock, okay, a.m. Rabbi, well, I want to get some sleep. I said, what time you go on a regular day, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what time? He said, 6 o'clock. I said, why? I said, why? 'Cause I have to be at work at 8 o'clock. I said, so you're not serving God. You're serving yourself. No, I'm serving God. I'm going. So why don't you go 10 o'clock every day? I have to be at work. Again, so if you want to be, you know how you say, if you want to be neutral through and through, you got to wake up also on Sunday, 6 a.m. If there's a meeting or 8 o'clock, but you got to be consistent, you understand? The problem is we're not consistent. We go to the shul, we come back out, we feel high in the shul, but when we come out of shul, we're back to our old garbage ways, you understand? That's a problem. That's what you always have to be on high alert. We had the parsha of Amalek, right, a few weeks ago. Amalek, you know what's Amalek? The nation that attacked the Jewish people, they cooled everybody down. Mm-hmm. If you take the word, why does Hashem hate them so much, Jigari? Okay, Jigari, there's no fight. Look, Iran and Israel and America, people fight. So what Hashem says, you have to wipe them out completely. Why? What did they do wrong? If you take the word Amalek, right, it's spelled Ein Mem Lamed Kuf. If you play around with the word, it spells Am Kal, a light-headed nation. Hashem doesn't like when people are light-headed, you understand? When people are light-headed, they forget that they have to serve Hashem and they start doing not normal things, you understand? This is why we don't want people to eat, drink, mix together, because the light-headedness brings a lot of sins, if you understand. You hear what I'm saying? That is very important. We have to always be on high alert when it comes to Avodat Hashem.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
I have a question. When we respect the rabbis to an extreme and we kiss his hand and stuff, is that considered worshiping, or that's just respect? Or that's over exaggeration?
So, Shem Tov, you're good, Shem Tov. But Shem Tov owns Pash, you know that, right? Shem Tov. I tell Shem Tov, I tell like this. You know what bothers me with this? Halachically, you have to be able to greet your rabbi very different than anybody else, because your rabbi is not your friend. So you do have to kiss his hand. But the thing is, if you're giving more respect to the rabbi or the Torah than Hashem, then we have a problem. What do I mean? If an important rabbi walks into the shul and everybody's quiet, and when the rabbi is not there, everybody's speaking, that's avodah zarah. Why are you serving the person? Can you explain to me? Why is this rabbi more important than God? You open the Sefer Torah, you read from the, one second. You open the Sefer Torah, you read from the Sefer Torah, and you speak in the middle of the, you want to tell me that's serving God? Come on. So it's a problem.
But the problem is we don't see, we see God or we don't see, we don't
One
see
thing
God.
I can tell you right now, Shem Tov, I'm going to make you bigger and I'm going to show everybody. One second, let me make you bigger. I'm pinning you, Shem Tov. Shem Tov, right now, I can see God from your rooftop. I can see Hashem right there. You look up in the sky, you see how great Hashem is, you understand? Shem Tov, I'll say to you, Shem Tov.
No, I'm asking, I'm just thinking.
I'm also thinking, I'm also asking. Anyway, guys, if you guys have any questions, I'll take it. If not, B'ezrat Hashem, I will continue hopefully tomorrow, and then we'll see from then.
We're looking forward, Rabbi. Thank you so much.
And Jigadik is going to be in my office tomorrow.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Really.
Nice. I'll see you guys.
Rabbi, thank you so much.
No problem.
Sorry that I came a little bit late.
No problem. Don't worry about it.
Love you, Rabbi.
I'll see you, boys. Bye.
Rubes.